wake up, before your feet hit the floor, before a single conscious thought forms, your hand moves to that screen. You already lost. Not the day, something deeper. You surrendered the only hour that belongs entirely to you. The Stoics called the morning the sacred ground of the rational mind. Marcus Aurelius did not wake at dawn to check what strangers thought. He woke to govern himself, because he knew that a man who cannot rule his first hour cannot rule anything that follows. What you do in the 60 minutes after you open your eyes is not a routine. It is a declaration of who commands your life. Right now, for most men, that declaration reads, "The algorithm does." Your attention is the most powerful asset you own, and every morning you are handing it away for free. Let's be precise about what is actually happening to you. This is not a motivational speech about putting your phone down. This is a strategic autopsy of how your will is being disassembled before you are fully awake. The moment you expose yourself to a notification, a feed, a headline, a message, your brain releases a spike of dopamine. That spike is not a reward, it is a hook. The tech platforms engineering your phone did not design the feed to inform you. They designed it to create a state of low-grade craving, a loop where you scroll not because you found something satisfying, but because the incompleteness of the feed keeps you reaching for the next hit. This is not an accident. It is architecture. Billions of dollars and the smartest behavioral engineers alive built this machine with one purpose: to colonize the first layer of your consciousness before your prefrontal cortex, the part of your brain responsible for discipline, long-term thinking, and rational judgment, is even fully online. Epictetus said it plainly. Some things are in our power, some are not. What is in your power is your judgment, your impulse, your desire, your aversion. What is not in your power is the feed, the market, the opinions, the noise. The Stoic discipline begins at the boundary between those two territories. Every morning when you reach for your phone, you are voluntarily walking out of your own territory and into someone else's. You are letting external impressions dictate the state of your inner world before you have had a single moment to set it yourself. That is the definition of a pawn, a piece moved by forces it does not see and cannot name. Now read the game as it actually is. You are not dealing with a neutral tool. You are dealing with an opponent, not malicious in a personal sense, but structurally adversarial to your autonomy. Machiavelli understood that in any arena of power, someone is always the architect and someone is always the material. The platforms are the architects. Their product is not the content. Their product is your attention, packaged, measured, and sold. Every scroll you give them is labor. Every minute of your morning you surrender is a unit of your cognitive prime, the state of highest clarity and lowest distraction you will have all day. Converted into someone else's revenue, you are working for them, for free, before breakfast. And the compounding effect is devastating. It is not just that you lost 20 minutes to scrolling. It is that the dopamine spike followed by the crash trains your nervous system to require stimulation at the level the feed provides before it feels engaged. Ordinary effort, reading, thinking, building, creating, produces a slower, quieter return. After you have hit your nervous system with a feed-level dopamine spike, those ordinary efforts feel flat, boring, unworthy of your attention. This is how ambition dies, not in one catastrophic moment of surrender, in 10,000 small mornings where the first input was the wrong one and everything that came after felt like less. So here is the move, not the philosophy, the actual play. You are going to build what I call the sovereign hour. 1 hour, the first hour after you wake, governed entirely by you, for you, with zero external input. No phone, no news, no messages, the door is closed. Here is how you structure it in 3 phases. Phase 1. Govern the body 10 to 15 minutes. You do not negotiate with this. You move hard enough that it costs you something. Cold water, a training set, a run, whatever your current level demands. But it must be effortful. The Stoics were not sedentary philosophers. They understood the body as the proving ground of the will. Marcus trained. Cato walked barefoot in winter not as suffering, but as practice. Proof to himself that he commanded his own physical responses. When you govern the body first before the world has spoken to you, you establish the hierarchy of your day. You are in charge. The body answers to you, the mind follows. Phase 2. Govern the mind. 10 minutes, paper and pen, not a screen. You write 3 things. 1. What you are grateful for, not as sentiment but as strategic attention. Gratitude is a Stoic weapon against anxiety. When you name what you already have, you remove the scarcity panic that makes you reactive. 2. What you intend to accomplish today. 1 primary move, not a list of 15. The strategist picks the decisive point. 1 thing done with full force beats 10 things done at half attention. 3. What threatens your discipline today? Name the specific temptation, the specific distraction, the specific conversation that could pull you off course. Naming it before it arrives is how you stop being ambushed by your own impulses. Epictetus called this premeditation. Marcus called it preparation. Call it what you want. It is the act of a man who refuses to be surprised by himself. Phase 3. 1 signal input chosen by you. 15 minutes, not the feed, a book, a single essay, a piece of work you're building. Something that demands your active attention, not your passive consumption. The difference matters. Passive consumption puts you in a receptive state, the mind receiving impressions from outside. Active engagement puts you in a generative state, the mind producing, building, thinking forward. You want to begin your day in the generative state. That is the state of the builder, the strategist, the sovereign, not the state of the audience. Then, and only then, does the world get access to you. After the body is governed, the mind is set, and your intention is locked in. Now you open the phone. Now you read the messages, and you will notice, if you run this experiment honestly, that you do it differently. You are not reactive. You are not anxious. You read without being pulled. You respond without being triggered, because you came to the world already assembled. There is a Machiavellian dimension to this that most people miss entirely. Discipline compounds into leverage. A man who governs his mornings for 90 days develops a quality that is becoming genuinely rare, the ability to sustain attention on a single difficult thing long enough for that thing to produce a real result. Most people cannot do this anymore. The average attention span in the distraction economy is not long enough to build anything serious. The man who can think deeply, work consistently, and delay his gratification long enough for the compound effect to arrive, that man has an enormous growing advantage. Not because the competition is weak, because the competition surrendered their mornings to the same machine you are about to walk away from. Seneca wrote, "Omnia aliena sunt, tempus tantum nostrum est." All things are foreign. Time alone is ours. He was writing in the 1st century. He had no idea how precisely accurate that would become. Your time, specifically your morning time, specifically the time before the world makes its first demand on you, that is the last sovereign territory most men still have. Defend it like the strategist you are becoming, not perfectly, not rigidly, but deliberately. You are not here to be managed. You are not here to be a unit of someone else's engagement metric. You are here to build something, A version of yourself that is harder to move, clearer in thought, and more formidable in action than the man who woke up this morning reaching for his phone. That man is the pawn. He is moved by the board. The strategist builds his own board. The sovereign hour is not a morning hack. It is the foundation of every other move in the game. Get the inner world ordered first, and the outer world becomes more readable, more navigable, and less capable of reducing you. That is the arc. Master the self, then read the game, then make the move, then rise. And the rise begins every single day in the first hour after you open your eyes. If this channel is building something you want to be part of, a community of men who refuse to stay pawns, subscribe. We put out one piece a week. No filler, no hype, pure strategic substance for the man who is building himself into something formidable. The newsletter goes deeper. Link is below. The work continues. The work